What do you mean by the word stress? Stress मतलब क्या? आप स्ट्रेस ले रहे हो मतलब क्या? टेंशन या प्रेशर. ओके, पुटिंग प्रेशर ऑन समथिंग, किसी पे दबाव पड़ना. यहाँ पे हम लोग किस पे दबाव डाल रहे हैं? साउंड्स पे. While uttering certain sounds or words, we put pressure on a particular part of the word and speak. Okay, so that is called as your stress. So just give a small indentation mark on the left hand side top of the letter. In many of the material I have observed, they have given inverted commas. Okay, ऐसा या ऐसा inverted commas दिया हुआ है. That is wrong. That is not stress mark. Just give a small straight line. इतना ही. Okay, left hand side top पे लगाना है. For example, the words such as student. Okay, so when you utter student, which particular part of the word gets more pronounced or more heard? Stu. Okay, इस पे ज्यादा प्रेशर पड़ रहा है. अगर आप गलत जगह मार्क कर रहे हो, okay, तो क्या करना है, वहां पे आप प्रेशर डाल के वो पर्टिकुलर वर्ड को फिर से अटर करो. अगर आपको लगे कि ये प्रोनाउंसिएशन गलत है, that means your stress mark is also wrong. यहाँ पे आपको यहाँ पड़ रहा है. Okay, student. S and T, you get a mixed sound, you can't separate it, so you have to place it on S. Okay, many of the students they just divide it like this, hyphens देके divide करते, वो नहीं करना है. या फिर ऐसे ऐसे भी नहीं करना. That is wrong. Just put a small indentation mark on the top of the letter, left hand side top of the letter. Okay, there are certain rules to follow. Okay, first thing, utter the word twice or thrice. 3 बार 4 बार उसको रिपीट करके देखो कहाँ आपको ज्यादा सुनाई दे रहा है, कौन सा वर्ड ज्यादा सुनाई दे रहा है, कौन सा पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ड आपको ज्यादा सुनाई दे रहा है आवाज, तो वो आपको स्ट्रेस मार्क. पर्टिकुलरली व्हाट हैपेंस, वी आर मोस्टली इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय आवर मदर टंग. ओके, हिंदी हो या तेलुगु हो, तो उस वजह से हमारा इंग्लिश प्रोनाउंसिएशन जो है वो इफेक्ट होता है. एंड दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई we place wrong marks on the particular word. Okay, so if the word is an adjective or noun, okay, disyllabic word hai. What is a disyllabic word? What do you mean by a disyllabic word? You have learned syllables in the first year. Syllables means vowel sound. Okay, so disyllabic word means a word which has 2 vowel sounds. Okay, जैसे कि अभी give me a word, any word which has 2. हाँ, become. Okay, these are just your abbreviations. Okay, not a word. तो यहाँ पे अगर BCom है तो B and com ये अलग अलग है, isn't it? तो किस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट पे ज्यादा स्ट्रेस आ रहा है आपको? B. अगर यहाँ पे डाले तो if you put the stress mark on C, BCom, it is not BCom, it is BCom. Okay, तो यहाँ पे आना है. Okay, next one. How many syllables does career have? Yes, how many syllables does career have? 3. How can you say it is 3? उन्होंने बोले तो आप बोलोगे. It has 2 syllables. Career. Okay, ear एक ही sound है, vowel sound. I told you, isn't it? Diphthongs एक ही है वो. So you get only 2 vowel sounds here, right? Disyllabic. Career, is it noun or adjective? Noun. Okay, so when you write here, what happens? Career. It is not career, it is career. You get the stress here. So noun और adjective है, disyllabic word तो first part पे पड़ता है, अगर verb है तो second part पे पड़ता है. For example, because. Okay, so where do you get stress? B. B पे लगाते हैं आप, वो word utter करो देखेंगे. Because. Is it because? No. So what is it? Because. So you get the stress here. So ये है, ये है, ये है, ये. Okay, so which particular part is more heard when you repeat it thrice? Academic. D. Academic. Okay, you don't say तो का माना हमको भी आता है. Okay, now where do you get academician? I've given the pronunciation, you can easily find out. शन पे ज्यादा पड़ रहा है. Academician. Mission. So when it is the same word but you are adding suffixes, okay, the stress words also keeps changing. Okay, now academy. Okay, तो कहाँ आता है academy? C. Okay, so do you observe here? First it was on C. Okay, when you have only suffix y. When you get IC, then it shifted to D, isn't it? अब ICAN है यहाँ पे, तो ये क्या हुआ है? M पे शिफ्ट हो गया. तो it keeps shifting when you add more suffixes. Okay. एंड अगर ATION है, ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वर्ड सच एज स्टेशन, ओके, और वेकेशन, ओके. सो व्हेन यू हैव वर्ड्स एंडिंग विद ATION, तो वहां पे क्या होता है, आपका जो स्ट्रेस है इट फॉल्स ऑन द पेनल्टीमेट सिलेबल. पेनल्टीमेट मींस सेकंड फ्रॉम द लास्ट, ओके. तो यहाँ पे लास्ट से सेकंड कौन सा है, ये. Got it? Then vacation. So vacation में this one, yeah, 3 syllables. Second from the last is C. Vacation. Okay. Function. हाँ, कहाँ आता है? यहाँ पे आता है, isn't it? Function. अगर C पे आए तो कैसे प्रोनाउंस करोगे? हाँ, connection. Give me the spelling of connection first. Connection. Only one sound of that letter. So first one. Collection. L. First L. Okay. So you have to understand this according to the sounds. Pronunciation आपका सही है तो आ जाएगा. And for that you need to practice a lot. Okay. जितने भी stress words है आपके बुक में उसी में से आएंगे. Practice करो अच्छे से. You can get it perfectly. First go through the rules given in your book. Okay. Then what about verb pattern? Most important verb pattern which you get in your question paper is first one, subject plus verb plus any other expression. Okay. Then subject plus verb plus object plus object complement. Okay. Subject plus verb plus subject complement. Okay. Subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. Okay. So you have to remember these 4 perfectly. Okay, I'll give you the pattern 2 and one example. एग्जाम में आपको पेपर में एग्जाम्पल रहता है, एग्जाम्पल को अच्छी तरह से समझो, सब्जेक्ट एंड ऑब्जेक्ट बदल के लिख ले सकते हो आप. ओके, दिस इज वेरी इजी टू आइडेंटिफाई बट स्टिल मेनी स्टूडेंट्स डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दिस परफेक्टली. ओके, सब्जेक्ट क्या है आपका? व्हाट डू मीन बाय सब्जेक्ट? सब्जेक्ट इज द डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन. ओके, जो एक्शन कर रहा है या जिसके बारे में हम बात करते हैं उसको बोलते हैं सब्जेक्ट. वर्ब इज द एक्शन वर्ड एंड ऑब्जेक्ट, व्हाट इज ऑब्जेक्ट? द रिसीवर ऑफ द एक्शन डन बाय द सब्जेक्ट, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द ऑब्जेक्ट. ये दोनों आपको अगर पता चल गया तो आराम से आप 4 सेंटेंसेस बना सकते हो खुद से. ओके, एग्जाम में आपको ये पैटर्न देता, नीचे एक वर्ड देता. फॉर एग्जांपल ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज एनी अदर एक्सप्रेशन और इंट्रांसिटिव वर्ब. In your first year, you learned about active and passive voice. Yes, active and passive voice में you need to have subject, object, and verb, isn't it? Subject, then verb, then object. That particular pattern is called as transitive verb pattern because the verb takes an object after it. For example, if I write, okay, he kicked the ball. तो यहाँ पे he क्या है आपका? Subject, doer of the action. Okay, kicked is the verb. And what is being kicked? Object is a ball. इस पे एक्शन हो रहा है. Okay, this pattern is called as a transitive verb pattern because here the verb takes an object after it. In this pattern, you do not need an object. Okay, for example, if I write, she writes beautifully. Okay, so यहाँ पे she क्या है आपका? Subject. Writes is verb. What is beautifully? Is it object? What is it? It is adverb, isn't it? This is adverb. Here you do not have an object. Okay, here you have an object, you can convert it into passive voice. But can this sentence be converted into passive? Can you say beautifully writes she? नहीं लिख सकते, isn't it? Because it is adverb, not your object. Okay, यहाँ पे आप adverb भी लिख सकते हो, adjective भी लिख सकते हो, पर object की जरूरत नहीं है. So these kind of sentences are called as intransitive verb sentences because the verb does not need an object after it. Okay, so In this way, you can write 4 sentences. Okay. She writes beautifully. She sings wonderfully. Dog barks loudly. Trees grows fast. ये पूरे इसमें आ सकते हैं. Okay. आप adjective लिख सकते हो, adverb लिख सकते हो, पर object नहीं लिख सकते हो. Just see the subject and the verb there. Okay. उसके हिसाब से word देख के change करना है आपको. Now understood? Yes. What do you mean by object complement? You know what is subject, what is verb, and what is object, right? What do you mean by object complement? Who can give me the meaning of the word complement? Yes, sir? What do you mean by the word complement? I'm not talking about COMPLIMENT. That complement is तारीफ. ये complement क्या है? Spelling is PLEMENT. What is this complement? Yes? Just see this particular part of the word. What do you mean by this? ये आपका suffix add किया गया है MENT. Okay. The full root word is complete. Complement means something whole or complete. Okay. तो उसको बोलते हैं complement. तो यहाँ पे complement of the verb means where you are talking something about the object. Okay. For example, if you write they made him the CEO. Okay. तो यहाँ पे him क्या है? इस पे एक्शन हो रहा है, ऑब्जेक्ट है. किसको CEO बनाया गया? him को. हम लोग बात किसके बारे में कर रहे हैं? him के बारे में. him is the object. So when we talk about the object, that is called as object complement. If we are talking about the subject, that is called as subject complement. Okay. For example, my father is a doctor. Okay. ये जो doctor word है किसके बारे में है? Subject के बारे में. We are talking about the subject here. Okay. So this is called as your subject complement. You may get sentences like this. Just write 4 more sentences on your own. Okay. My father is a doctor. He is a professor. Okay. My mother is a teacher. ऐसा आप 4 sentence बना सकते हो. Next one. Subject plus linking verb plus complement of the verb. Okay. What do you mean by complement of the verb? Last bench. Sit straight. What do you mean by complement of the verb? No idea. हाँ, verb के बारे में बताने वाला. Okay. So something which is being talked about here, verb is being talked about. So it is complement of the word. कहाँ है कोई person कोई thing तो ये indicate कर रहा है that is complement of the word. ये नहीं आता, sorry. This will be first. Okay. So the book is on the table. So this particular word indicates where the book is. कहाँ पे है ये बता रहा है. Okay. So that is indicating the linking verb, isn't it? That is why this is called as complement of the verb. Okay. There is a lion in the street. Last 2 years back, ये sentence दिया गया था. There is a monkey in the street. Okay. So many students wrote there is a lion in the street. There is an elephant in the street. तो इस तरह के sentence आप भी बना सकते हो 4. Okay. This is very easy to understand. Nothing big in this. Finish? Do you have any doubts? And one more thing, note making. A passage will be given. You have to write the title, the heading. Okay. And the heading should not be more than 2 to 3 words. उससे ज़्यादा नहीं रहना है. For example, if it is about success in the exam, जैसे आपके exercise में है. Okay. So you can write a sentence how to achieve success in the exam or how to prepare for the exam. इस तरह के headings आप लिख ले सकते हो. Okay. Or success in the exam. Okay. And after writing the heading, you have to write the passage in point wise. Okay. So each and every relevant points, irrelevant points को हटा देना है. Relevant points को लेना है. Important ones highlight करना है. Important points. And you have to write at least 10 points. Okay. Minimum 7, maximum 10. So it should be more than half a page. Okay. Passage को ही आप point wise में divide करना है. जो important points है उसको छांट के निकाल के आपको point wise 1 to 10 लिखना है. Okay. अगर छोटा passage है तो minimum 7 points आता है. If it is a big passage, okay, a lengthy one, देन यू कैन राइट एटलीस्ट 10 पॉइंट्स. जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट वंस है उसको सेलेक्ट कर लो, हाईलाइट कर लो, जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है उसको हटा दो. ओके